Well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word.
Alright, let's get into how much I fucking hate car drivers that hate motorcycles. If you're a car driver and you hate motorcycles, you can kiss my ass, because we hate you too. Let's go over some things that really piss me off. First of all, if you're in a car, you have way more protection than we do on a motorcycle. So the asshole maneuvers that you make are just asshole maneuvers. If we make an asshole maneuver, stop and think that maybe they made that asshole maneuver because they may have been in a dangerous situation. Most of the time when we as motorcycles make asshole maneuvers, we're really not trying to be an asshole. We're really trying to get out of the way of another asshole driver. And it might not be you. So don't start road raging and cutting up and flipping off. Because I tell you what, if you do that with me, it's going to be a real bad day for you. Not for me, but for you. So I don't play any of that. I'm not with that. Let's just say that. But what's the point? I mean, just protect the motorcyclists. Now, I understand that when it's like 100 of us and we're all riding and all you hear on the interstate go past you is and I can understand how that can be a scary feeling because you don't know where the motorcycles are coming from or how fast they're going. You can't move. And I understand that. I've been in that position before. But me being as a motorcyclist, I understand what to do. And I understand most car drivers may not know what to do. But in that instance, you just pretty much, you maintain your lane until you don't hear vroom, 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 vroom anymore. After you hear all the vrooms, you're pretty much clear. Check your mirrors, check your rear view, and make sure that you can maneuver without killing anyone, shall I say. Now, in that instance, it's not the car driver's fault. It's not. It's the motorcyclist. But 9 times out of 10, with that situation, if you're riding in a group, most motorcyclists don't ride like that. They don't. Most motorcyclists who ride like that, they're just meeting up at a certain location, and then one of them takes off, and the rest of them are like, oh, you want to go fast? I can go fast too. And it ends up being an all-out sprint to whatever destination or location they're going to. And half the time, half of them don't even know where they're going. So you may start off in a group of 50 and end up in a group of 20 by the time you get there because not everybody can keep up. So just keep that in mind, car drivers. You're rarely going to ever encounter that. And when you do, I just gave you the answer to how to maintain and keep your composure. That's the simplest thing to do. I was going to accelerate, but I don't feel like going that fast. Watch for this car. Plus, another thing that I really can't stand is I can't stand that when cars just hate motorcyclists and they do shit to just piss the motorcyclists off. Like when you're on the interstate and you obviously want to go fast and 2 cars just ride side by side. Oh my gosh. So when you do that, me being a motorcyclist, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, when you line up side by side and you go 50 miles an hour and the speed limit on the interstate is 70, just prepare for the motorcycle to go in between you. That's what you should expect because they don't want to go that slow. Going fast on a motorcycle is not equivalent to going fast in the car. Number one, you're open. So it doesn't, in my opinion, shall I say, it doesn't feel as if you're going that fast. Number two, you're just causing traffic for no reason. Why? Why are you blocking traffic? And that's one thing that we don't need here in Atlanta. We don't need you fuckers to block traffic. I mean, when I go home to South Carolina, shout out to Goku Mitsu, when I go home to Greenville, And I go to like White Horse Road and Woodruff Road and Haywood Road, and I hear about all the people back home that complain about traffic. I laugh. I'm like, you don't know what traffic is at all, and they really don't. They have the slightest clue of what real traffic is. Just tell them to come to Atlanta and stay for 2 days. They'll be glad to go back home and sit on Haywood Road and Woodruff Road, I promise. But that's another thing. Cars don't cause unnecessary traffic because you hate motorcycles, so you just decide to try your best to block them from progressing. That's so stupid and pointless. Cars. If you hate us, we hate you too. So, if you're a car driver and you're offended by this, and you know, another thing, oh my goodness, let's rant. Let's get it. I'm all into this shit today. Let's go ahead all the way in. When I go to like Sit Down Steve's videos or Block Stars videos, and I see motorcyclists and they're in a group and they're stunting, do you know that I see more than 50 comments about how they're endangering other people's lives? How? When they're doing that on the interstate, 10 times out of 10, they're in a large group, so they block off traffic behind them, which they're still going at a moderate speed of at least 70 miles an hour, so traffic should be able to flow freely, but they have it blocked off to the point where they have so much space ahead of them, you rarely ever see them stunning with people in front of them. Matter of fact, I can't recall a video where I have seen, I take that back, I have, but rarely do you see it, people stunning on the interstate with cars all around them. They're not. That's not what's going on. You're not able to do a wheelie for a mile like Sit Down Steve can if there's cars in front of you. Like this to me, you can't stunt. I don't like all the cars around me. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't attempt to pop a small wheelie because you just might carry it too far and boom, you hit the back of that Mazda. What's the point? There's no point. So stop complaining, car drivers. If you don't like the videos, if you see people doing certain things, then shit, don't watch them. Don't get on there. Don't get on Block Stars. Don't get on Sit Down Steve's. The last thing I want to hear is you nag and whine and complain. This girl that I'm seeing, she goes by the name of Dana. But this girl that I'm seeing, she was going somewhere the other night, and she was telling me about how she was riding along, and all of a sudden some motorcycle came and flew past her, and she panicked. And I was wondering why she panicked. I was like, what is your problem? She was like, I don't know. I just couldn't see. Wah. That was pretty much the rest of the conversation. Just a bunch of wah. And so I told her, I was like, listen, when you see that, 9 times out of 10, they've already scanned ahead and they've already decided what they were going to do before they even came past you. And if you were beside another car and they went in between you, there was nowhere for you and that other car to go to where you could have blocked them off. If you would have gotten over, y'all would have gotten over into each other. So keep that in mind when motorcycles lane split. They lane split because they know they can make that maneuver. I'll never lane split unless I know for a fact that I can make the maneuver safely just to get past. I almost kind of want to lane split right now to catch up with him though. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if he should I do it? Nah, they're going fast enough. I should be able to catch them. But yeah. So, dang, I didn't catch him because he got over. Oh, he might see me. Yeah, I got to see him. He waved. Haha. Alright, back to the topic. So yeah, that's my whole vent and rant about car drivers. I'm sick of that shit. Shut up.